The Hunterdon County Library presents Session 6, The Hunt for John Vought. Folks, the first part of the video is me basically doing a recap of the previous session. If you want to listen to that, you'll get caught up if you didn't watch the previous adventure. But if you'd like to skip right into the action, go to timestamp 6 minutes and 47 seconds. That'll get you right into the action. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy. Okay. Well, welcome back, folks. Happy New Year. It's first session of 2025. I'm your general manager, or game master, I guess, better way to put it. GM Jordan. Going around the table, we have
Angie. Hi. Sarah. Mary Jean.
And then the master of all things technology and cameras, the wonderful Marianne Sievers behind us. Thank you, Marianne. Benjamin, unfortunately, is not able to be with us this session, but we're going to dive right into it. What happened last session? Do you all remember? Some momentous things occurred.
The Duns skirmish.
Oh, the Dones. Yes, we encountered the notorious Done gang.
Marianne's backyard.
And yes, marauding through my backyard.
Yes. Down, where did we say that was at?
That was...
Give us a point of reference there, Marianne.
right here.
Okay, so 22 on the map, right outside of the Flemington Borough. What would have been Amwell, not county, but like a township, Amwell Township in 1776. But then prior to the Domes, you're running with that notorious band of loyalists. I believe y'all intervened in the mob action against Tom Jones at the Jones Tavern, correct?
They did. I was...
You were down there. You were down there.
And Trent.
And yeah, in Trenton, reporting to your spy master, who we touched on this a little bit last session, folks, but Marianne did some digging. There was a gentleman by the name of Samuel Holcomb. Not a tremendous amount of information about him, but in the graveyard down in, I believe it's right near Frenchtown.
It's in Lambertville.
Excuse me, Lambertville. There is a little plaque that says that he was one of George Washington's spies. It just says that on there. I did.
Same family.
Yeah, and I did some digging, tried to find out more about him. Not much, but we take whatever we can get in Nations and Canon. So we're going to say that he is the spy master that has been kind of coordinating the dissension that y'all as a group are causing in Hunterdon County and abroad in opposition of the British troops and the governor, who's kind of sympathetic to the British at this point. And then Tom Jones, he was a patriot recruiter that became a captain in the militia, and he was opposed to the Loyalists, and there was some friction that caused with the Vought family. The Voughts are an old established family in Hunterdon County. Their grandfather was from the Palatine region in Germany, and he had come over with the blessing of the King of England, so his family felt very pro-British, and John Vought, did not like the rhetoric that Tom was spouting off about the war, and so he got a bunch of men to attack his tavern. I know that kind of goes against what we think of today in American society as acceptable means of free speech, but it actually had an old precedent in English common law that people could get together and non-lethal violence, but still physical violence, make their opinions known. So a mob got together and they were going to beat up on Tom Jones, and then y'all did some quick thinking and some rather violent actions. Isn't that right?
Maybe.
Maybe, a little bit. And then Gunter did what he does and made a Molotov cocktail and threatened to blow the whole place up if they didn't stand down. So the mob dispersed. You leapt out from the dark and nearly killed a man.
They looked shady, okay?
Yeah, that's true. They were. They showed up in the middle of the night to arrest a citizen or harass a citizen, and then I think that kind of resulted in you guys fleeing the tavern, trying to lose your pursuers. The armed mob returned because you didn't wait very long before stabbing the man and him screaming out in pain, and they descended back on the tavern. You're not sure what happens after that, but then you did get pulled into the Doan Gang raid later that night, and you guys had a big pitched battle down in Amwell, and were able to drive them off. A little bit of historical inaccuracy here, folks. The Doans didn't get really involved as a gang until closer to 1778, so we're going to take a little bit of liberties with history, and we're going to say that they're still moving around here. But they really got more active 1778 all the way through the end of the war is when they were kind of doing more of their depredations around. But, and I learned that at the Mercer Museum. I went to that exhibit. It was fascinating. We will highlight that in a future supplement as well. Okay, so it's the next day. We're going to pick up right where we left off. The news has gone out about the Doans. Those of you that know that y'all were involved, it would probably be more primarily you. I think the two of you are trying to keep a low profile, right? Folks in the Patriot group, the Resistance, they know that you were involved. You get a commendation from your spy master. He has a bonus for you for fighting them off. You have each received 10 pounds sterling. It's a British currency, but even the spy master knows that carries a little bit more weight in the colonies currently than the Patriot money. So you can put down the 10 pounds sterling to use. You as well, Mary Jean, if you would, if you're interested in that. Money's always helpful. Gunter has been called away on Samuel wants him to go and do some investigating along the river. There's concern that if the British make their way across the state, that they're going to try and push for Pennsylvania and Philadelphia. So he's having him do some reconnaissance along the river, find out ways that they can kind of hold the British there if they had to. So we're going to open it up to y'all. It's early morning. You've gotten some sleep. You're still kind of groggy. You might still have a lot of adrenaline pumping through you from the wildness that happened the previous nights. But we'll just go around the table, starting with you, Angie. What would you like to be doing right now?
Laying low. I'll probably invite Patrick over for some tea.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, Patrick, the young man has become quite smitten with you. Yes. He is beside himself with that. Okay.
Yeah.
I would just be cleaning my weapons and making sure everything's in working order.
One of your pistols had misfired the night before. You realize that the flint that you had on there seemed like it was kind of subpar quality. You might want to check your sources for flint. Otherwise, yeah, sure. Roll me a maintenance check on that. I'll say you can use your intelligence or your wisdom, and you would be proficient in the tools that you need to do that, so you can add your proficiency modifier as well.
At the proficiency bonus?
Yeah.
That's a 20.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay.
So 20 plus 2 plus
All right.
2.
So folks, in the Dungeons and Dragons rule set, which we're using a variation of for the nations and cannons, a 20 is the highest you can get. It's considered a critical success. So you have a critical success on that. You actually, as you're working away on this weapon, a knock is at your cabin door, and you go, and one of Samuel Holcomb's couriers is there, and he presents you with some really nice materials. You are able to upgrade. As you're cleaning that gun, you realize that you have much higher quality metal and wood to work with now. You are able to upgrade your pistol to a +1 pistol. That means that you add an additional 1 to the damage and to your attack modifier with the pistol. You now have a superior. What do you use? Highland pistols? What are your Cope pistols? Okay. In fact, if you wanted, I would say that you could actually, because your rifle is your main one, right? You could use those materials to upgrade your rifle instead if you would like to do that.
I would do the rifle.
Okay. All right. So you now have a +1 Pennsylvania rifle. Okay. Excellent. And then you feel so jazzed up about that, you're able to clean up all the rest of your guns, and they look great. Mary Jean.
So we fought off the domes up here.
Yeah, down in Amwell. Yep.
And
Right near 22.
said Sam Holcomb is at the river.
No, he's based. He doesn't tell you exactly where his headquarters is. He's kind of roving, but he stays mostly down in Trenton. But he has been sending the pigeons out to communicate with you guys.
Okay. So I guess maybe
I guess we would be.
have we gone home? You guys are home.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're wherever you want to be.
Because I feel like if he's my spy master, that I would be down.
Okay.
Wherever he is.
Yeah, then you rode down to Trenton. You gave him the report about what
Okay.
happened with the domes.
So I'm like debriefing with him right now.
Yeah, okay, sure. All right, so that actually works really well. So you've gotten some sleep. You're kind of groggy. You've got your, I don't know if they had bad coffee at this time period. I know coffee was the thing. We'll say you have good quality coffee because he knows how to get his supplies. You're drinking that, giving him the report. He commends you on it. He sends the money out to the other folks, and he hears about Sarah's particularly gnarly sharpshooting, and sends the materials out to upgrade her rifle.
So am I taking that up then?
No, he sends out a
still
courier, so you're still down there.
Okay.
So then he's talking to you, and he asks questions about what happened with the boats. He had heard about this. He had heard about Tom Jones. You weren't there. You're not exactly sure. He brings in someone else who was kind of in the area. He's talking with him about it, and gets an update that even though John Vought had said that he would go down to Trenton to kind of keep Gunter from blowing up the bar, his pack of men have convinced him that no, he's not going to go down to Trenton. He's not going to be bullied by the likes of Patriot goons, and so he is going to stay on his farm, and he's not going to report to Trenton to answer for why he has not joined the militia. Folks, it was very common in the colonies for people to form militias who were sympathetic to the Patriot cause and kind of force other people to either join or sign an oath of loyalty. And if you didn't, they knew that you were not on their side. John Vought was pushed to sign at the Union Iron Works. They had a militia group in the area, but the Iron Works was owned by a loyalist sympathizer, and he told his men that they were not going to be signing up. And John Vought kind of sided with them, thus the tensions that we were talking about earlier. So he says, that's if I know anything about the Congress, the Provincial Congress, they are not going to abide by this. We're going to see who they're going to send up to arrest John, but I imagine it's going to happen in the next couple days, and I would like you and your associates to be there. You don't have to get involved directly, but I want you to let me know how that's going to go. John is a prominent man in Hunterdon County, and I could see this potentially getting ugly.
Okay, so then now I'm coming back up.
Yeah, you can go and you can ride out to Frenchtown, let them know if you want. So, in the next couple days, something's going to happen. John is forcing the hand of the Provincial Congress. So, we'll see what happens there. This news is relayed to you, Angie, to you, Sarah. Angie, later in the day, Patrick, right at the hour that you told him, you hear the knock outside the residence. He's like cleaned himself up. He's got his braid all like he's got the little like fancy ribbon and his hair in the back, and he's got his hat. He's not a wealthy man. He's not a super sophisticated man, but you can tell he's definitely been trying.
What a cutie.
There's a slight spritz of something kind of good smelling about him. Think like really earnest kid going to prom,
Yeah.
sort of.
I'm thinking like what's Zachary Banks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That vibe.
Yeah. And he's, hello, miss. It's good to see you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for your help last night.
Well, yeah, I didn't really get much sleep. It was probably the best night of my life, to be honest.
Getting shot at?
That was exciting. No more, just that you were there with me, and then he like gets really embarrassed. He doesn't like saying much. He's kind of getting his feet. But yeah, it was really great.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
you okay? Like, I know it's kind of scary, and
Well, I'm gonna lay low for a bit.
yeah,
So,
understandably.
I might have acted a tad too rashly last night, but in my defense, they looked like they were going to attack. So,
Oh, those guys up in
at the tower.
yeah.
Have you heard anything from them?
No, I'm gonna be asking around, but I wanted to come here just make sure you were okay first.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, of course. So, do you live with like your family? What's your setup down in
I
Frenchtown?
think I'm just
Or not Frenchtown?
I came over with my family for sure.
Right.
So I have a mother, father, brother.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then propriety of the day, from what I understand, people were not as puritanical as like the stereotype is, but there was still very much like an etiquette of how young men and young women interacted with each other. So I imagine like your father comes forward and wants to meet Patrick, and Patrick doesn't have any animosity towards the French. He's more Irish. He doesn't associate. You'll find this over the course of talking with him. He doesn't. His family was super poor, super Irish. Came over. Kind of ahead of the big immigration wave that was going to come over the next 50, 100 years, and just didn't really care for the British, and doesn't really care for the British snobbery against the French either. He doesn't know very much French. He's like practicing the words that you were sharing with him, and he's like uses them poorly in sentences. Doesn't really know. Let's roll a charisma check for old. He doesn't roll great, so he's not wowing anybody, but the sincerity is definitely coming forward.
Yeah.
Meet your father, ask your father about what brought them over. Does the little kiss on the hand for your mom. It seems to relate almost better to your siblings. How old are your siblings?
About my age. So
Okay.
Like teen, early 20s.
Yeah, so he definitely relates like better with your brother, and they're kind of comparing notes about horses and shooting and good places to hunt. So I think overall he does a pretty good job. If awkwardly engaging with your family, it's just coming from nerves.
Yeah. Okay. So do we just? Am I just waiting to hear more?
Yeah. So
Okay.
and then
So what do you think?
you
Okay.
have gotten Mary. You had come. She had come by earlier today. She said, "Hey, we're gonna do something. Just
Okay.
be alert." All right. So that's going on. Do you want to share with Patrick that
I
you're
think
going to be
so.
doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just so we have like an extra ally if we need it. So
Your parents don't know about what you do, right? Or do they? Are they aware?
no.
Okay. All right. So, Patrick, you're keeping this from your parents. Well, I guess you kind of have to. There's no way that I'd let my daughter.
Well, they're not gonna let me go out.
Well, yeah, you really should. You're gonna get shot, like, or at least you shouldn't wear the dress. I feel like that just kind of makes you stand. I mean, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Jeez.
It's more inconspicuous that way. No one
That's
notices a woman. Just
going through. Well, they do it in the middle of the night. Well, but then they didn't. I guess it was kind of dark. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, can I go up with you at least if you're gonna when that happens? Like.
Extra help is always appreciated.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you. Kisses your hand, rides off, stops at the end of the driveway, like, waves really enthusiastically, rides off again, stops like halfway down, looks back, waves, and then he goes off.
Big golden retriever.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Sarah, anything you want to do this day prior to?
It was just cleaning my guns and getting ready for whatever action.
Okay, Sarah, roll me a perception check as you are going about in your garden, maybe, because it is summer.
9.
9. Okay. All right, Sarah, you're working your way in your garden. You're tooling around. What do you grow in your garden? Whatever you want. Daikon? Yeah, the Japanese radish.
Big radishes.
Big radishes. Okay. They did have radishes. Big radishes? I don't know. Okay, you found this particular strain of radish that maybe shouldn't be on the continent, but they're here, and you're doing a great job growing them. In fact, people really like them. All right, you're growing your radishes. You for some reason, you particularly attuned to nature and whatever, you somehow miss the sound of like a buzz or a rattle, and you reach for a radish and. A big radish. Sarah, does your what is your armor class? Well, you should say like your
14.
14. Okay.
Oh, does this count as a long rest?
It does.
Okay.
Yes, long rest, so all of your abilities and such are
Our
better.
health is back to that.
Yep. Okay. Sarah, you have a terrifying. Yeah, you were like super hurt.
I was at 6.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Patrick.
It's a good thing it was dark and you didn't see like a gaping
All the
like
blood.
wound in your shoulder or something.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know.
We
We gotta
survived.
talk about how you just like get around that with your family or whatever. Probably need to have you guys have like a street doctor or something. He takes you in the back alley and stitches you up. Sarah, a snake leaps out from behind the radish bushes and sinks its fangs into your forearm. A rattlesnake has taken up residence in your garden and is now clamped firmly upon your arm. Have you ever been bit by a snake before?
Probably.
Has Ava, has she, all right, so she has some experience with
She's
this.
got a healer's kit.
Okay, so good. So, I could have had you make the way. Yeah, it's all right. All right, we're going to see what happens. Oh, make me a Constitution saving throw. You roll your d20, and you got a con save.
Is that just this thing here?
Yep.
That's 16.
Okay, you succeed, and you do not take, you are not actually poisoned, but you are going to take some damage here, as it bites you, but you're able to jerk your arm back enough and you kind of flick it off, you know that special move to kind of pop the fangs out, so it doesn't get to sink a whole lot of venom into you. 9, you take 5 points of damage plus 1 piercing where the teeth kind of sunk into you. And it is now your turn. The snake is bitten into you, you flicked it off, and it's there in your bushes.
Okay. 6. Trying to shoot it. I have a short sword,
Yeah,
but I flicked it away.
you did. You probably have to walk up to it to get it. It is now coiled up and it's...
I'll probably shoot it because you want to get too close.
Okay, you
I'll
pull
use
it
my
out.
bow pistol.
Alright, give me a roll.
What am I rolling?
Well, what gun are you going to use to shoot it with? Probably not your rifle.
So your bow pistol, so the +5, so plus.
Whatever I roll here. A 3 plus a 6, so 9.
9. Shot goes wide as it's kind of there, and the snake, it hears the shot and it freaks out and rustles off into the bushes, not to be seen further.
Hope I didn't shoot anybody.
Okay. Do you want to pursue it? Or you gonna leave it? Okay. All right. You're gonna like preemptively treat your wound. All right. You look at it. Do you do like the cool thing where you like cut the wound and like try to suck the poison out, the venom out?
I mean, I have a healer's kit, so I'm sure there's something in there that would.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How do healer's kits work? Give me 1 second. Let me check here. All right. So you're gonna try and patch yourself up using the healer's kit.
I'm sure Angie would have tried to patch you up a little bit before your parents.
That makes sense.
I don't have a healer's kit, but I do have a pool
Okay.
healer's kit.
Has Tim?
That could have helped you.
Here, drink this. It's not good for you. Oh, okay. So you roll me a medicine check, and because you have the kit, you have advantage on it.
So you would
Roll it twice. Yep.
7. That's a 10. So 10 plus
Whatever your medicine skill.
16.
16. Okay. Yep. You do a great job. You bandage it up. You kind of like squeeze out. It's mostly blood. No venom. You feel like you got it out good enough. You roll it up, and then roll me one of your hit dice. I think you're rogue, right?
Yeah.
You should use D8s. Roll me a D8 plus your Constitution modifier. That's how much health you'll recover using your.
A little diamond.
The D8 plus what?
Your Constitution modifier.
2.
2 plus. Do you have anything in your con? Your
1.
total.
So
1.
it's a 1 plus a 1.
1 plus 1. Okay. All right. So you recover 1 hit point.
D20s.
Yeah. All right. So you get 2 hit points back.
Yep.
You've used the use of your healer's kit. You have to put some more herbs in there from your garden,
Mm.
but you're feeling kind of woozy a little bit.
Mm.
Not much got in there, but you'll be okay. Nicely done. All right. You vanquished the evil rattlesnake, or at least drove it off. All right, Mary Jane. Anything you want to be doing prior to this? Oh, well, you're riding up, right?
Yeah,
You rode up to them. Where are you going after this? So you're gonna just kind of hang around down in
I've shared the information.
Alexandria. You're just gonna hang down there until.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not local, so I don't really have anywhere to go.
You can have some tea with us.
Oh, so you there for all of Patrick's? Did you see all of Patrick's shenanigans? Okay. You just kind of like,
Yeah, I'm sitting there with my squirrel on my shoulder, and I'm just judging them.
yeah. The kids. I think her siblings. You're a big hit with the siblings, and actually her dad. Her dad's really into the squirrel. He thinks that's really cool. So you can do sprints. Have your roll me an animal handling check. Let's see what your squirrel can do.
When did you get a squirrel?
I've always had them.
Oh.
They were actually common pets, apparently.
In
People.
Boston, especially.
Yeah, people tame them.
It's a 2.
2. All right.
He is not the brightest squirrel. He's like
You're
a
like-
squirrel with like his eyes are like his tail is like singed.
You're like, oh, guys, I gotta see all this stuff that I've got him to do, and he just does not.
It's a little traumatized from our travels.
The fact that you have a squirrel sitting on your shoulder, though, her dad is just like thinks it's the coolest thing.
I'm distracting the family while you have your.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. He like kind of like Patrick. He feels like he can like kind of like bump your foot with his, and he's like, oh my gosh. All right. Okay, so that happens. You guys are down in Alexandria. Pigeon comes in, and the next day, Pigeon comes in to each of you, and it says that the Continental Congress, or the Provincial Congress, excuse me, has decided that they've found their man to come and arrest John Vought. They are sending in, I got his name here 1 second. It's Captain Frederick, bear with me folks, Frelinghuysen.
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 Yes.
Thank you. Y'all familiar with them?
He has an arboretum named after him.
Oh, okay.
Across the
Building
street.
at Rutgers.
Across the street from a main library in Morris County.
Very cool. Okay. So, an individual well known here in the county. Frelinghuysen. Frelinghuysen? Okay.
Close enough.
Okay. He's a young man. He's particularly like gung ho and like has a real zealous patriot spirit about him. He later is going to be part of the Continental Congress, starting in 1779. He's going to join them, but he is he's down here right now, and he is been granted the rank of captain. I think he's going to become a colonel a little bit later, but right now he is a captain.
What was his name again?
Frederick Frelinghuysen. I can spell it for you. FRELINGHUYSEN.
I spelled it.
Did you get that right on the
Nice
first
job.
try?
I used to work at Morris County Library and had my
Nice.
lunch at Freedom.
Nice. Okay. He comes riding up. He has about 10 men with him. Let me double check that. Well, it doesn't really matter. He has a group of men with him on horses. They come riding. They're riding up to arrest Vought. They don't come through Alexandria. They're taking a straight shot. But the news does. This is what is happening. And Spymaster Holcomb has asked that you kind of shadow this group and report to him what's going to happen. And if you need to intervene, you can, but he feels pretty confident that Captain Frelinghuysen and his men are going to be able to do this. So you guys set out. You want to ride out?
Yeah.
Just like what happened previously, this happens under the cover of night, just to not attract as much attention. Try and ambush these guys at their home while it's dark. Kind of underhanded tactics, I personally think, but it was what people did. So, all right, move yourselves up over right about there. There's a big crossroads where Tom Jones, he had his tavern at. You guys come in. All right, the Vought homestead. A little bit of history about the Vought. It's a big stretch of land, over 200 acres. I think it was over 250 acres, actually, in kind of prime farm country. They have Christopher. He was the father of John, the son of the original Voughts that came over. He has built up this tract of land. I think he was in his 60s at this point. He's an elderly man. His son has kind of taken over the family business. They have a really successful farm. You've got a house that was kind of built after the Palatine style. It was sort of built into the side of the hill. A lot of times they did that to help with regulating temperature. Kept it cooler in the evening, in the summers, warmer in the winters. It's a nice house. We're going to feature it in one of the supplements. Those of you in the audience, it's kind of neat because it's one of the few in Hunterdon County, maybe even in New Jersey. It's one of the few homes that they have where they were able to see the decorations on the ceiling. They had this really elaborate plaster ornamentation along the ceilings. Y'all wouldn't see this necessarily at night in the house, but there was like a big snake that kind of curled around in some really neat geometric shapes. It was a style that wasn't super common in the area. It was kind of wealthier families had that, and they put the time and energy into decorating their house. But old history, new history, I guess, concerning the game. So you guys come up on the homestead. You see, you're not far at all from Jones' Tavern. The tavern's dark. No one's there. The men are on horses. Frelinghuysen has not noticed you unless you guys want to introduce yourselves to him. Are you keeping distance, or you guys?
So he's there to take Vought down to Trenton.
Yep.
I don't see a reason to interfere with that.
Okay. So you're just observing?
Mhm.
Okay.
In
All right.
bushes.
Yeah. He might also find it kind of weird that three women are wandering around late at night. But okay, so y'all are in the bushes. Make me a stealth check with advantage, since it's dark and no one's expecting.
I got a natural 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Double 14s.
Nice. You did nothing that's
Oh.
not consistent.
What was it?
Stealth.
12.
12. Okay. You're good.
25.
Sarah just disappears. Just blends into the dark. Yes, but all of you kind of hide yourselves in there. Angie, those darn twigs, you just keep stepping on them. They kind of snap, but no one pays much mind. Okay. And then these men ride up around the house. You can see as they get to like the outskirts of the farm, they extinguish their torches. I think I'd said it was a full moon the night previously, so it's still kind of there. And they descend upon the house, kind of surround it. Frelinghuysen comes up to the door, and Bang, 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 bang. Vote, come out. You have to answer to Trenton. It wasn't right what you did to Tom. It's not right that you are siding with the king against your own country. Come out. No noise. Nothing. Where have y'all... It's kind of tricky here. So if the front of the house is kind of facing this direction, where have y'all positioned yourself in observing this around it? So if the house is facing to the west, are y'all also facing to the west? Like, or are you like facing east, kind of looking at the house? Have you positioned yourself north, south of it? Where are y'all at?
I think I would be facing the house.
Facing
So,
the house.
Facing
Okay.
east.
Okay, you're facing east. What about the rest of you?
Would be kind of where I am now, kind of south, but facing the front.
Okay, so you're southward. All right, so you have one covered. What about you, Mary Jean?
Guess I'd be on one of the other sides.
Okay, so you got like three kind of corners on the house, Angie at front.
Maybe in the back.
Okay, so we'll. Oh, that's a good thought. I don't know. Do you want to do that, Sarah? You want to position yourself?
This is like the hillside, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to get out.
This is the house. We went to this house, right?
Yeah, the boathouse. You did, right?
This is the one that was
I
right
wasn't
by
there.
the middle school.
No, I'll be in the back.
Sarah's in the back. She's making sure this guy ain't getting away. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good that you did that, Sarah, because you see a white form, a window, just like the old, I ran to the window and threw up the sash, you know. You see a window slide open and a form in white dive out the window and come running towards you, looking over the shoulder, and then you hear a sound of a struggle and a kerfuffle inside. Angie, what you see is Frederick. No one, there's no response to the door. He has forced the door open, and he comes in, and there is a sound of loud voices and curses and banging and clashing inside. His men hop off the horses, and most of them go in. Two of them stay outside, and there's a loud sort of commotion going on inside of there. Sarah, this figure in white is racing towards your
Do
hiding
I
spot.
hear them saying, like, where is he? Like,
No, it sounds like make me a perception check to listen. It's kind of difficult to hear in there.
15 plus 4.
Oh yeah, you're fine. It sounds like John. You kind of recognize his voice from the other night. It sounds like two men are like arguing and struggling with each other inside of there. There's another man coming running towards you though.
I mean, I'll shoot him.
You gonna shoot
I'm
him?
not gonna aim for his head.
Okay,
She's just gonna wound him.
give him.
Flushes him.
You know, most people died of infection from wounds, right? I guess you got your healer's kit. All right, yeah. So you gonna fire at him?
Sure. I don't know who he is.
Oh my gosh, that's your response. I'm never walking up on you from behind ever.
So that was an 11 plus 6. So
This guy is not he's wearing a nightshirt, so you totally hit him. Ah! As you clip him, you're obviously not trying to kill him, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you wing him, you nick him, you do a better job than with the snake. You get him in the arm, and he goes, and he stops, and he goes, and he sees this like short, hooded figure standing in the moonlight, and he kind of holds up his hand and goes, "Please, I'm just." He's terrified of you. You have this like pistol pointed towards him. Would you like to tell him to do anything?
I want to try to tie him up, but I don't have anything.
You want to whistle over for
Yeah.
one of your comrades?
Yeah, I'll call.
I don't have anything. I have rope.
Angie's got rope. Angie's got her eyes fixed on the door.
So,
Well, you can just
Now
come
that
up.
you
You just
bring out
kind of
your
hold
roll.
his hands behind him, right?
yeah, but should we all maybe like
Yeah, you whistle
we
Angie.
heard everything?
Yeah.
But
All right.
We're not gonna knock you that
You
good.
guys got your spy
Yeah.
whistle.
And we're all
Alright.
there.
So you guys come around him. It's kind of dark. He can't. Angie's wearing the dress, so he's like, "The girl? What? Oh, good. What does this land come to? I surrender, I guess." And he ties his hands behind him. marching back towards the house. What do you guys want to do with him?
Who is he?
Yeah, I think if we have him, you've tied him up, I think we should just talk to him.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, who wants to begin the interrogation?
I will.
Yeah. Come on, get that firebrand going.
I mean, I would think, based on the fact that he's in his night clothes and has just been shot, that he'd be very willing to talk because he has no idea
Yes,
what's going on.
he is not. He's feeling kind of scared.
So I'm just going to ask him who he is.
What?
Why are you
I'm
running?
a little offended.
Why are you running?
Why are you
doing?
running?
Why are you
Christopher Vought. These goons are coming for my son and I. Because we wouldn't join that bloody militia. Can't believe that you would just come and attack a man in the middle of the night.
I didn't do that. So we can talk. We can have a conversation here. It wasn't me. Ignore her.
Are you her? You looks at his head. Oh, I know who you are. It's the three of.
I
Well, he
wasn't
doesn't
here.
recognize
No.
you, so he
No.
sees Angie and he sees Sarah and he puts it together. He goes, "You're those two devil women who attacked the tavern last night."
You attacked him first.
Well, I mean, my son did, but that was a reasonable, non-lethal airing of injustices. What you two have done is attempted murder.
Well, he's not. They're not coming for you. They're coming for your son. So why are you running?
Well, I mean, they wanted me to sign up as well, and I wouldn't do it. I mean, there's not a lot an old man like me can do, but still, they're press ganging anyone between 15 and 60, and I just shy of that. I don't know that for sure, folks. Just roll with it.
Okay.
But I think I did the math. I think he was in his late 50s, early 60s.
And were they press ganging people?
They wanted them to join. They were like, "Hey, are you going to join the militia? If not, you're going to answer to Trenton."
Okay.
Yeah. And freedom of speech and freedom of action were kind of existed, but there was a tremendous amount of social pressure in colonial America to decide to make a decision one way or the other.
He
Yeah.
didn't want to do that.
Yeah, he's like, "No, I'm not going to do that." And to the Voughts' credit, folks, like I said, they had every reason to feel favorably towards the Crown because the Crown got them out of starving to death in Germany and sent them to the colonies.
My next question is, where were you running to? Were you
I
hiding?
was
in
gonna
the-
grab a horse, and he points to like the barn on the other
Well,
side.
where were you gonna go? Were you gonna go to another loyalist?
No, I was
Family
probably
to
gonna
hide
go to a friend and just hide out.
A loyalist friend.
Well, yes, I'm not gonna hang out with the likes of you.
And leave your son to his fate.
You can tell he looks kind of embarrassed, and he's like,
Well,
he's a brave man.
now I'm
and
not so sorry for what my friend did to you. 'Cause that's not.
It really does hurt,
Who are
and you
you
can
with?
see this like
Yeah.
big welling.
See, he's really only
Bless him.
loyal to himself.
I feel that's a bit unfair.
You just abandoned yourself.
If one of us votes is free, it allows us to benefit the entire Vote household.
Okay.
Also, you're the ones who are coming at a man in the dark.
You're running.
Let's
away.
not talk about courage, shall we?
Yeah, you're running.
You jumped out of a window?
Yeah,
How much
he
is
did.
that going to cost you to repair?
No, he opened it actually.
Oh,
no
okay.
doubt. Anyways, what are you gonna do with me?
You want to do it?
I mean,
Give him to the cat.
I just give it back.
All right, march him back there. He's moaning and groaning and disgruntled, and you come in, and Frelinghausen has he has been struggling with John. John got away, slipped out somehow. He was particularly sneaky.
Does his dad cause
And then you see Christopher. He's got this like grin, and he's like, "You fell for it, you fools!" And Christopher is captured, and Frederick's like, "Well, I mean, we have the father, we have the patriarch. We'll find his son. Good work." And then he looks kind of to, "Oh, your Holcombs, ladies and gents. Thank you. And they go down to like the basement of his house, his like cellar, and they find some kegs of booze, and they bring them up, and they kind of like put them on his like kitchen table and tap them, and find that he's got like some salt pork down there as well. And they're like, all right, gents, to a mostly successful mission, and they start passing around
And ladies.
glasses. Late, of course. And one of the guys, one of the guys is like, I don't know, sir, is it really proper? And he's like, the hell, they're here. And he passes drinks around, and you guys proceed to have a big shindig in the poor Vought family's house. His wife and kids are like kind of huddled on the stairs, like, are they going to do anything? The captain, his men are honorable, kind of respectful people. They don't harass them. They just drink up his liquor, I think it was hard cider. I need to double check that. I think it was like a hard cider and like some kind of elderberry wine. Someone put down what they had. But you guys drink up all of it. I want everyone to make me a Constitution save who has participated in the drinking.
I don't know if I would.
All right, that's fine.
I got a 7.
Okay. It's like
Also got a 7.
you proceed to get very sloshed with the soldiers. Patrick, he is, as you guys were kind of scattered like around, he stayed near you. Let's see, what's Patrick doing? Oh, it's a natural 1.
Oh.
Folks, the exact opposite of the natural 20 that Sarah rolled. It's a critical failure. Patrick makes a complete fool of himself on this stuff. Yeah, he's feeling it. He's got the girl he likes with him. He's got these guys who are commending him for how brave he was, being here. He gets up on the table and he starts singing some kind of like off-color, certainly off-key song. Falls off, whacks his head, knocks himself unconscious on the floor. What would y'all like to do for the rest of the evening?
I think we are not in a place to make that decision, and this one's got to take care of it.
Yeah.
It's up to her.
Ava, what are you going to do with your 3
I mean, if
irresponsible friends?
I would just let them sleep in the house.
Okay.
I mean, it's too far to travel. I don't want to drag them the whole day,
All right.
especially with Patrick unconscious.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave them in the house to do their thing, and I'll just like stake out outside and
Okay.
keep it around.
Just like till morning, put a glass of water next to all of us.
Miss Vought talks to you. She's kind of scared. You look kind of fierce. What's your demeanor towards Mrs. Vought?
I'll be nice.
Okay.
Indifferent.
You just shot her husband.
Well, this I should say this is John's. This is John's wife.
Her father.
Father-in-law, yeah. She doesn't know that, I guess. Doesn't have to know that. She engages you in some discussion. You realize that she's not. She kind of leans towards what her husband and father-in-law are. She's certainly grateful to what the British Crown has done for them. She grew up. I need to double check this, but I think she was a colonial. She didn't come over from Germany. I need to double check that. But she engages in some kind of discussion and debate with you. You realize that her heart's not really in it super politically. She's more just really bothered about seeing the community kind of split up. Kind of bemoans that we used to be friends here. We used to be able to neighbors caring for neighbors, and now it's neighbors arresting neighbors, attacking them in the night. It's horrible. Your friend's gonna pay me for sleeping on my floor?
Probably not. You can ask the men to pay you back for all the.
Yes,
Food and wine
I
are
would
taken
like
care
them to do that, but they're not going to. Very well. Here, and she like kind of pulls over like a chair and has like a blanket and a pillow. She's like, "You can sleep here too if you'd like." So that's it. Just keep everyone away from my children, please. She goes upstairs.
Teach your kids up.
Yeah, so there's definitely gonna be a lesson tomorrow we're gonna talk about. Y'all wake up with a bad hangover. Patrick is like he's got like curled up on himself like this. Did you wash the blood off of his head? Anybody? exactly. Okay, no.
I might have, put a little patch on.
All right, he's got like a big goofy like band-aid on the side of his head. He wakes up. He's mortified, absolutely humiliated, embarrassed, ashamed. He's comes up. He's like, "Miss, I'm so sorry. I'm not normally like that. I apologize. I don't even
Never mind,
remember.
Patrick.
I didn't do anything last night, did I?
No.
No. Okay, thank God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
A little singing and dancing, but it's fine.
Oh, your father. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's beating, braiding himself about it. Miss Vought comes down, says a chilly good morning to all of you, makes breakfast, serves it to you, and she's like, "Please leave." I guess you guys leave the premise.
What? Because they took.
Yes. So the men rode off. They rode off that night. Took Christopher down to jail. Jailed him, and John nowhere to be seen. Miss Vought, as you're leaving, she says, "If you ladies have any ability to influence those men, please don't let my husband come to any physical harm. He's a good man."
Do you know where he might have gone?
I mean, we have a lot of friends throughout the county. Could be any one of their homes. I don't know for sure.
Could you give us some of their names?
It's like, yes. She writes out a list, hands it to you. Says, "I'm not selling them out, you understand. I just want to make sure my husband's safe."
Okay. Well, our duty is to bring him to Trenton, but at least we can bring him there safely.
All right. I would appreciate that. Thank you. So you guys ride out. Patrick, it feels very duty bound to escort you back home. Is that where you want to go?
Are we gonna try and find where John went?
I mean, that's what, if Frederick was able to get Chris, but John is really the one that they want, right? We're supposed to be helping the spy master, then I think that we should go look. We're here.
Okay.
Can
All right.
we try and see if there's any tracks or something?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
just
that
get a
makes a
general
lot of
direction.
sense. Yeah. All right. And then from the men, they described that John was in the house.
Mhm.
He was engaged with Frederick. They had a shouting match. Frederick's as his men were coming in the door, he turned to look at them. John sucker punched him and disappeared. They weren't sure how. They weren't sure how he did. Maybe he's got a class in Rogue and he did some sneaky stuff. But he somehow pulled a gambit and got out of there. And they think that he went through a back door. I need to look at the vote house and see what the layout of it is.
There's a lot of doors.
Okay, then he dipped out one of those doors while y'all were distracted by Christopher. Was that planned? You're not sure, but yeah. All right, so okay, she's giving you names of people. You got some folks in Reading. You have a name of some folks down in Alexandria Township. You have the name of a family in Tewksbury. And there is a family down in East Amwell as well that she has given you the names of. You don't actually know exactly where these people are. You'll have to do, I'll say that over the course of investigating, you kind of figure out where these people are at. Where would you like to go first? And do you want to go as a group, or do you want to split off into separate parties?
Metagaming. Were your family here around that time?
No.
Okay. I think
Deceivers were loyalists, harbingers of John Vought.
I think we should go together.
As a group? Okay, so
If
together.
we're going, where's Reading?
Reading,
So we would go to Tewksbury
or
first.
Tewksbury,
I don't know.
Alexander.
Then East Amwell.
Amwell, and then Alexandria.
East Amwell's all the way down there. So
Yeah.
I would think we'd go to Alexandria first, then Tewksbury, Reading, East Camwell.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I would do Alexandria last.
Alexandria last.
Oh,
Okay.
that's where we live anyway, to Tewksbury, Reading.
But if you capture him, you're gonna want to get him down Trenton, right?
And this is close, so he could have gone. It's either he went this way or this way.
Try
These
and
are the-
follow some tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you guys get out there. You're investigating. The front of the house has been trampled by, the horses and the men. He did not go out the front of the house because Patrick would have seen him. He was waiting out there. So Angie, would you? Yeah. Maybe like in each of the 4 directions, y'all make me an investigation check. Angie, Patrick's with you. You have advantage on it. He's gonna help you check it.
Not a.
Nothing.
15 plus investigation, right?
Yeah,
Not
investigation.
17.
Investigation. Yeah, I got a 6.
6,
One.
1,
17.
17. Okay. Sarah, you're looking at this stuff and you're like, I didn't drink. Why can't I find this? But nothing. It's just there's nothing there. You don't see anything. You do step right in a big nasty cow patty. With your natural one. And so you spend time cleaning off your boots. You're like, great. Mary Jane, nothing on your side. You don't see anything
What
there.
side am I on?
Where do you want to be?
I was. See, I'm over here, so I was checking out the Tewksbury direction.
Tewksbury direction. Okay, nothing there. Angie, you said you have a 17.
Mhm.
You and Patrick working together. Okay. You do see. It looks like because the votes, a common practice was is people would flood their fields. They would dam up creeks and rivers and they would flood the fields. And you see these kind of wet footprints. It's kind of sucked into the mud. You see those taking off kind of a due. Like a due east direction.
So, like, towards Reading.
Seems like it could be potentially towards Reading.
Alright, I relay this information to the group.
Okay, you don't know. Yeah, and I guess his wife she kind of told you the general direction where people were. People didn't have correct me if I'm wrong, Marianne. People didn't really have addresses in the same kind of
No.
way, right? Like you didn't have.
There would be some named roads, but otherwise it would be near.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you kind of knew in the vicinity of this township, and then someone would say, "Oh, they live, the 3rd house down that way," or that is
Yes.
the Vought homestead, or something like that. Okay, so you guys don't have an address. You just said that his family lives in the Reading area. Okay, so yeah, you do see some footprints that seem like they're lighting out towards that direction.
Okay. Should we head over?
Okay,
Is there anything that any of us have in our packs that we want to have readied? What time of day is it? Morning?
it's early morning.
Early morning?
Yeah.
Um,
Had your breakfast.
I don't.
Got a mule cart and a lot of money.
You don't have a meal cart with you, though, right?
I
I would assume you didn't bring it up.
probably not. Grab it.
You can go back and get it, I guess, if you want.
Only if we need to force it.
You do have your horses. You guys have rode up here, so you do have your horses. Okay, so you guys light out there. Any prep? Any gambits you want to prepare?
I think the best is if we show up looking demure and not threatening.
Not threatening.
No guns.
You would recognize it?
Him?
John would.
I have a disguise kit, so I could kind of.
Oh yeah. Do you want to utilize that?
Yeah.
How are you gonna disguise yourself?
I'm gonna give myself pants.
Okay.
Are we bringing Patrick with us? Because he's probably still.
He's hungover.
We're all hungover.
Yeah, that's Sarah. I just love the idea of you guys staggering around. You're squinting at the sun in her backyard. Yeah. Do you want Patrick to come with you? You can send him away. He definitely doesn't.
I
He
feel like
wants to
for
stay
this
with you,
one,
but
he's gonna drag us down. He had a real but he was.
he's not
unconscious.
one. Yeah.
Also,
Fell off
That's
his
not
head.
enough.
just compromise the whole situation.
He could, yeah. Because right now we're just gonna try to go in calmly.
Yeah, this is. This is you're taking a high school kid with you.
Yeah.
the equivalent of, like he's like a senior, but he's okay. How you getting rid of him, Angie? How you gonna get rid of this guy?
I think we just throw him over the horse and not just drop him on his horse.
Is he awake now?
Yeah, he's definitely awake. He's like, and he's putting on his game face to like try not to. You can see a couple of times he's like, but then like you look and he's like, trying to be really focused and clued in, but he's hurting.
Oh, Patrick, mon cher, please go home. Take
Like,
rest.
no. I
You
need to
need
find.
rest.
No.
Rest,
I gotta
and
stay.
I give him like a little one of my I don't know, handkerchiefs. I'm like, here, a token for you to think of me while you rest.
Roll me a persuasion check for this guy. You'll.
3.
All right.
And that's a 2.
Okay.
Persuasion. 3 plus 7.
I can help persuade. That's my firebrand. I have very good persuasion.
All right, so you step in. So she's sitting here like arguing back and forth. He's not having it. He's not going to leave his girl. Whatever.
Yeah.
You step
Hey,
in.
buddy. Like, don't worry. She lives in Frenchtown, right? Like, she'll be back. All right. This is just go. You're making a fool of yourself, son. You need to go home and get yourself. Oh wow, that was a 2. But that's a 7 because I have a +5.
All right, so 7. So he's hearing like both of these women like making these arguments, like,
Amen
"Hey,
to
you
me.
gotta go."
Go home.
You wanna-
Just waving that gun around.
Do you have pants in your disguise kit, or do I need to convince him that like you can really help us by giving us your pants? You better go.
No, the guy's been through it. No. Poor man.
Pantsless.
Yeah, all right. Make me the argument, Sarah. This is fantastic. So you're both like, kind of like, "Hey, you need to. It's gonna really help. We're really worried about you. Go and rest." And then Sarah's like, "Hey, she needs to do her job. Give her your pants, and then go home before anybody sees you."
I'm the same for both intimidation.
You can intimidate. All right.
It's a 2, my
And so Sarah steps in and is like, "Give her your pants and go home." Patrick doesn't know what to make of any of this. He's feeling like, oh gosh, the woman he loves, this person that he's just met, this woman he's terrified of. I mean, he is. He's scared of you. He's seen what you do. And then Mrs. Vought, she comes marching out and she looks at him and she says, "Son, you made a fool of yourself in my home. The men are gone. I need you to do the chores."
Oh.
And he's like, he looks at you. "Yes, ma'am." Turns around and he goes in and he takes care of the chores on the Vought household that morning. I've never seen a more terrible set of roles.
Can
from 3
you
people.
please get a point of inspiration?
Absolutely, yes.
Trying to steal his pants.
Absolutely.
You're just gonna quit.
So what that means is you get to use that. In fact, I want to
That's
give
a
each
reroll.
one. I want to give one to all 3 of you for role playing because that was wonderful. You each get a point of inspiration for failing spectacularly. That means you get to use that. You can re-roll a dice at any point, and you have a free re-roll. Okay, so your drunken and bizarre arguments, or hungover and bizarre arguments were made. Patrick is gone. You get your horses and you set out towards Reading. Okay, yeah. Then, all right, we'll say you're riding. I don't know the distance on here. I could check it. We'll say it takes several hours as you're going through here. You're following roads. The weather's pretty nice. Oh, let's see what the weather is, actually. Nations and Cannons has a whole cool rule set for rolling weather. Let me see how this works. Let's see here. Inclement weather. Okay. Random weather table. Oh, it's summer, right? Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fair weather. 20. Oh, but it's extreme weather.
Oh.
Interesting. So I roll twice, and then I combine those. 9. All right, so 6. It's windy and very hot.
Ooh.
That's bizarre. A strange freak.
Has it rained recently?
No, it's been very dry. That's one of the reasons the boats were flooding their fields was to. I mean, the creek was. It hasn't drained, but they wanted to get a good chunk of water on it before the rains came. So you guys have a hot, dusty, windy ride through here. You can kind of feel the dust kind of like whipping up and coating you as you guys are coming through here. You stop partway through to kind of rest the horses. They're feeling kind of sweaty and gross. Try and find me a creek to water the horses. Someone want to make me a survival check?
I can do it.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that stuff.
I have a little star. Does that mean advantage?
I think it means you're proficient in it, right?
Could be.
Where's the star at? Is that the end
It's
of it?
next to survival, at the end of survival.
Oh, but you have it circled in, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it has to do with your background. What's your background? A pioneer or a
Homesteader.
homesteader? Let's see.
Pioneer. Homesteader.
Pioneer or homesteader. All right. Pioneer. What page is that? 8. So folks watching, there's instead of like races, like elves and dwarves, you have different backgrounds that people have. Sarah was a pioneer. Spirit, vigor, service, resilience. No, nothing here. I'm not sure why you started
My
that.
medicine had a star next to it too, and you said I had advantage because my healer's kit.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I don't see anything here. We can look into that.
15 plus 6, 21.
Yeah, you come across a creek. It's dry. It's kind of hot, and they're sitting here being like, "We're not gonna find anything." And you find creek. Horses are rested. They're watered. You guys are there. Let's see if anything comes upon you at that creek. Yeah, this is kind of bizarre. Yeah, you hear like a snorting and a mooing kind of sound, and then coming down the creek towards you is a very large bull.
Oh.
Kind of like wading through the water. Y'all weren't drinking the water, were you?
Horses were.
That'll probably be okay. I don't know. I'm gonna check your horses. They might get sick. But you weren't drinking it, right? Okay.
We have water things.
Okay. All right. Bull's coming by. How are y'all responding to this dude?
I mean, is he aggressive? Or is he just rolling down?
Roll me an animal handling check to determine what you know about this bull. You're a city girl. You don't know.
That's a 10.
Haven't seen that hostile.
Should we back away slowly?
Yeah, I would get the horses and just kind of back away and let them pass.
You're just kind of wading down there. Turns and looks at you guys. You're just looking at him.
We're just not moved.
I know you've shot a lot of weird things, so I just want to make sure that you're not going to try to shoot the cow.
A bull?
I think it would take a couple shots to take him.
Okay, so you're not going to do it.
No, it's not
Okay,
hard.
all right.
He hasn't done anything to hurt us.
Right, he just goes
Not
on.
running away.
All right, he goes on down the path, down the creek. Okay.
But now I have a question.
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
Great question. I don't know. It's kind of valuable.
Right? Because we're like halfway to Reading.
Yeah, you guys are, kind of down
Well,
along
there's
this
farms
way.
along the way. He could have
So
gone
then
now.
maybe we want to go the direction he came from, and see if maybe one of those farms is where our friend's at. So we know
That's
that
a thought.
there's a homestead somewhere down that way.
Yeah.
If the bulls come
Okay.
trotting along.
Yeah. All right. So why not? All right. You guys light it out towards there. You're the one kind of like figuring out where things are at.
Yeah.
Like, okay, make me 2 survival checks. As you try and track where the bull came from.
That's a 9. And a 18 plus 6. So
Yeah. Okay. You kind of, you can see it. It's very clear as he's going up the creek. You kind of figure out it's not hard to track the 9. But then at some point he entered the creek and you see it's very clear. You can see the footprints. It's kind of dry and dusty, but you can see where he goes. And you're leading your horses along, and yeah, you guys do. You come upon a homestead a little ways, I don't know, about a mile down there. The bull kind of sniffing the water, made a beeline for it. This place, it looks kind of run down. It's not like the Vought family. It's nowhere near as prosperous as their lands. It's not right on the creek. And how are you approaching? How are y'all gonna approach this place?
So it's run down.
It seems, yeah.
They just lost their bowl,
Yeah, presumably.
right? Someone has left a gate open or something that the bull has gotten out.
Mhm.
So maybe we can approach with and get like we can use that to our advantage. Be like,
Hey, we saw your
so you
bull.
guys missing a bowl because he just went
Yeah.
that way,
Okay.
and then maybe they won't see us as intimidating.
I'm gonna hang back because I'm not disguised. Because people don't know you. You're kind of disguised. I'm gonna hang back and keep an eye on the
Okay.
exits.
And are you trying to hide yourself from view of the people in there, or are you just kind of hanging back, sir?
No,
We should also have a bit like so. I'm dressed as a man still.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like they're gonna have questions about two women traveling alone through whatever
Yeah.
together. So we should have a backstory of like who we are.
My cousin.
Are you trying to look like a guy, or are you just wearing bangs?
Because if we're
That's a
both
great
disguised to look male-ish, then
Yeah.
we just have to lean into that.
Mm-hmm.
Young
I
man.
didn't take Patrick's pants, but I definitely did swipe some pants from the Vought house.
Oh, you stole their pants. Okay.
Just from the clothesline, that's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so you had both disguised as like young men. Okay, that makes sense. Less suspicious to have two young men wandering around out in the woods.
So Emily, the left lady bow tied.
Okay. All right. So you come up on the house. You see like some kids looking very frantic and like running around like this here, huh? I mean, when I say young, like 10, 12. And then you see a woman with a squalling baby crying its head off at a door, looking very like yelling to the kids like, look here, look there, looking very frustrated and kind of bothered. She sees you two coming up and she looks what's your approach? How are you approaching the farmstead?
I would just friendly and just be like, we just were coming up from
Creek down yonder.
Yeah, we're just coming up from the creek and we just saw a bull headed the other way. Is
What?
that your bull?
Yeah, yes, it is. Oh, thank God. Thank you. It's there up the creek.
He's walking down the creek.
She yells to the kids like, "Hey, you went up that way." And then she looks at you and she says, "I know it might be a little bit to ask, but could you help my kids? They know how to handle livestock a little bit. I mean, going here, but they're small. And it's a really big bull. My husband." And she like kind of tears up. She's like, "Well, we can get into that later. But would you mind helping them?"
What's your animal handling? Mine's a 0.
A +2.
Not that big.
No. What's your animal?
You're not gonna like.
It's a bull. It's not.
Well,
Yeah.
if we all work together.
Okay. Can we ask her for some tools, like some rope? And some...
She goes, "Yeah, the kid's got the rope. He's pretty gentle. He's not really aggressive. My husband's picked one
Oh
that
yeah. Do you have any
kids
like,
can work
do you have
with."
do you have like a food that we can entice
She goes,
him
"Yeah,
with?
I think we can do that. The kids have got that. I'm hoping you can just kind of bang the bucket. He's used to that, and he'll follow you. If you get it behind the ears, you can kind of pull him along if you need to. But be careful. It's
So
bigger."
we'll go. We'll help the kids. We'll do what we can. We don't make any promises. We're not animal people, but we'll try.
Thank you very much. Kids,
If we bring him back, do you mind if we hang out for a little bit just to rest our?
no,
Very good.
absolutely. She's gonna roll like an insight check to see if you guys are sus.
Remember, I have persuasion. Very
Yeah,
good.
roll me your persuasion. All right, so she and she kind of like sizes you up, realizes that you look like you're young, like high school kids or something like that. She's like, okay, doesn't feel too threatened by you. She says, yes, we can do that. Thank you. Absolutely. So in fact, I'm gonna get some lunch ready, and you're more than welcome to join us. Thank you so much. So you guys head back. The kids come running up to us. They're like, oh wow, hey guys, do you have like your sword?
I don't.
You don't have a
I
sword,
don't have
right?
a sword.
You have the guns and stuff.
I have a Highland pistol and a dagger.
Do you have those? You don't wear those like exposed, right?
Well, if I'm dressed the way I am right now, I'd probably have it hanging off.
Okay.
It's a Highland or in my jacket.
Yeah, I think you kept it in like a holster kind of. Okay, so the kids are like, thanks a lot, guys. It's been hard since Dad died. Thank you. And so you guys truck back out toward the creek. You guys know where he's at. You don't have to track him down. You come up on him, and he's standing in like a pool, like where the creek kind of like fills up this area and then keeps going on. And he's standing there very happily, snorting and snuffing. The kids are like, someone give me a bull name.
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand? Oh, yeah, the book. Yeah, okay, Ferdinand! Come here, Ferdinand! Banging the bucket, and he's just kind of looking at him. Really likes a nice
He
cool
doesn't
pool.
want to leave the pool.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
Oh.
Ferdinand, come on, Ferdinand! Bang, 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 bang.
Oh.
You guys are going to have to go in there and get him. I don't know how to swim.
Okay. What?
So we have food to entice him.
Yeah, you're just kind of looking
There's
at it.
some
Do
ropes.
we- How
Either
would
one
a
of us
bull
will-
respond to some rope?
If we can give him food first,
Slip it
and
over,
then
maybe.
flip it over, so between the two of us,
Okay.
Okay,
we both have points of inspiration.
you
So
do,
Yeah.
to help you out. Sarah, you just kind of stand back watching us?
Can
I mean, I'm back by the house.
can we?
Oh,
have,
you stayed back there. You didn't go with the bull. So you're just like watching this woman.
Can we-
just
can
fall,
we have-
baby.
Can
Yeah,
we
because I
have
wanna see what's
the
going on in the
the group of kids roll to
We'll get to
like
that in a second.
comfort Ferdinand because he's familiar with them? And they're-
Sure, yeah.
like, she said they were good with the livestock.
Yeah.
Do
So
we
they
get
would-
advantage from the kids? And
Yeah,
their
maybe.
knowledge
Yes.
of their
So
role?
the kids are. It's a help check. The kids can
Okay.
can
Okay.
help you with this.
All right.
Absolutely. But they
So-
just the pool's kind of deep and the kids are kind of small. I mean they know how to swim, I guess. But
we'll get into the water.
yeah.
If they just like help us. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys go wading in.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Okay, I got a 17.
I got a 10.
All right, so do you want to feed him?
Yeah.
All right. So okay, that makes sense. So Andy, you come approaching. You guys making like kind of like low, soothing. Hey, buddy, it's okay. Like you do with a
Oh, wait.
dog or a small kid.
Plus 2, 12.
12. Okay, yeah, excellent. So you come up. He's not threatened by you. You have the bucket. And he kind of is like looking at it. He's kind of interested. You hold it up, and he kind of puts. You ever seen a bull? They're huge. They have those giant, big noses and stuff. And he's kind of like putting it in the bucket. Roll me a strength check so he doesn't knock this bucket out of your hand because he dives his head into it.
15.
Okay, you're able to kind of hold it.
Wait.
You're in the water.
Wait, strength?
Yeah.
Just kidding. 9.
A 9.
Yeah. I looked at stealth, which is a +5, but that's not.
What's your strength?
My strength is a -1.
All right. So the bucket, you're kind of like holding it, and he stuffs his head into it, and it gets kind of like stuck
So is mine.
around his head, and he pulls it out of your hands, and he's like, oh,
Okay.
He's got
He's
this
starting
bucket
to
like
panic.
fused
Can
around his head.
I re-roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's say you jump in. You jump in with your 17 on animal handling, and you come up beside him. You're like, hey, buddy, hey, it's okay, it's okay. And you're kind of like patting him, and he's kind of calming down. You're like, hey, it's all right. Now you got to try and work the bucket off of his head. How do you want to do that?
Do you want to wait to put the rope over his head until I...
Yeah,
Potentially.
I think she should try to get the bucket.
Wait, if I re-roll, do I have to take that?
But don't we get help from the kids?
Oh yeah, sure. The kids are there. They can't help you. They'll get the bucket off of his head because they were sitting there kind of calming him, like being
So
Hey,
they
buddy,
can,
it's
they can
all right.
still try to calm him down.
as they're talking.
Yeah.
You can have like 4 people talking around his head, but he can't see. It's kind of stressful. He's swinging his nose around now.
But do I have advantage on that first string?
No.
No, that was for your animal handling.
Just-
to get
okay.
close to him. So you got one of you's got to try and get this bucket off his head.
What would that mean?
I don't know.
Sleight of hand?
Sure, let's say sleight of hand works. Kind of
I've
wiggle
got
it
good
off his
sleight of
head.
hand. It's not gonna help a 4. It's a 9.
A 9.
Can
All
I
right.
re-roll
You sure can.
for
Use
inspiration?
your inspiration. Yep.
12 plus, what did I say? 5. 17. There
Much
we go.
better. You kind of slip it along and you kind of guide it down and takes off the big old bony cheekbones and you pop it down. And he's looking kind of scared, looking at you. And then you come in, you're patting him with the 17 that you had, and he kind of mellows out a little
Okay.
bit.
And
He's
then
in it.
put the rope over.
Yeah, squeeze. Get the rope kind of over his neck, right behind this, right here. And he's like kind of looking at you. And then what? Kind of guide him out. You're gonna try and
But
do
yeah,
that?
I mean, maybe with the kids, talking calmly to them and follow the kids.
Okay, yeah, all right. So let's make a group animal check. Everyone's freaked me out. Emily just said something. All right, so
I got
that's
17. No, I got a 15. I got 15.
you got 15. What'd you get, Angie?
For animal handling?
Yeah.
5.
5. All right, and then the kids, they're pretty good. That's a 13 that they have.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are able to kind of guide him along. He doesn't really want to leave, but then you've got the bucket, and the kid's like, no, you got to do it this way. And he like, bang, bang, bang. Some like little weird, like, it's like something about it. He really likes the pattern. And
Okay.
he's like, "Ugh." And so he follows along.
Yeah, they really have long schools.
yeah. And then he's following along, and you guys kind of truck your way down. He doesn't really want to leave the creek. He really likes the creek, and the kids are like, "Come on!" You know, bang, 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 kind of like doing it. And he follows along, and Sarah, pretty soon you see a group coming in there. They're like really wet because it was like up to your waist. You got kind of soaked. It was a deep pool. And the kids are super happy, and they're whistling down the way. They come in. Mom comes running out. Scritches Ferdinand. They take him back in the pen. They lock him in. He's okay. Nicely done. She sits you down for lunch, and gives you. She's very thankful. She explains that her husband was killed. A tree fell on him. Just fell in a tree, and it was, they call them widowmakers. It's like one of the dead one was kind of sitting. And they came down and got him. And she said it's been hard, you know.
So
Kids.
do you have any other men, family friends that stop by and help out?
She said, yeah, we've had some people in the area, some neighbors who are checking in, and it's going well now. I don't know how it's going to go if the war becomes a full-on war, if it keeps going. She's like, I can kind of see how the winds are blowing, and we're smack dab in the middle between New York and Philadelphia. It's going to be bad here in New Jersey. I hope that they'll just kind of bypass our little farm. We don't have a lot here.
But you do have people that come in and check on you.
Yeah, absolutely. She says, I have a brother who lives across the river, and he comes in. He's once a month, just kind of helps us with the large stuff that I and the kids can't handle. Some neighbors that are quite kind that join us, that come in.
Well, we're passing through. Is there anything that you would like us to do? We can clean out a barn, maybe, or anything in your basement that you need brought
You
up.
men are incredibly kind. I feel like you'd be joining up with the militia, or fighting against the British.
We're too young to make that kind of decision yet. We don't know which side we're.
And you're
gonna go
smart to
for.
boot. Wow. I've been trying to tell my 12-year-old here that he can't sign up. He just wants to grab a gun and join George Washington. Okay. She says, I tell you what, if you're willing to stay here through the afternoon, she says, I'll feed you dinner as well. I don't have any money really, but she said, I can definitely load you up with some food for whatever travels you have. Yes, if you wouldn't mind helping out with the barn, that would be very helpful.
Okay. Do you have a basement? Is there anything that you need heavy lifted up from there?
Wow, that's great. She says, yeah, I've got some wash basins that I could use a hand with. I can handle them, but with the baby, it's kind of tricky. She says, yeah, absolutely. So nice maneuvering here, Mary Jane.
Well, then immediately I'm thinking that he's not here because she's telling us to go snoop around everywhere.
Yeah, right.
So immediately I'd be like,
So you spend the afternoon doing some hard labor.
we will get free food out of it.
Yeah. So you guys can each put down that you have 2 days worth of rations over the course of doing this. You make it, and you've got a contact here with this woman. Her name is Jennifer Neal, and she is very appreciative to you. As you're kind of talking with the kids stuff, you realize that her husband lent more towards the loyalist kind of side, or the patriot kind of side. She's very much apolitical. She's like, this is a hassle all around. If you ask if you explain, hey, we're looking for a guy, he came running through here, you make some kind of lie up about, you're not trying to hunt him. She says that she hasn't seen anything. She's not familiar with.
And we've been at this point around the house and the property.
Yeah, and you could
see
tell.
signs of anything.
No, you don't see anything. Ava, one of the kids is really interested in you. They like the buckskin.
They found me?
Oh, that's true. No, you said you were hiding right now.
Yeah,
That they
I
haven't
did
seen.
not.
So you're not coming in.
Okay, so what did you? So while
You're
we
just
were
sitting in the
working
bushes
on
all
it,
afternoon.
I was sitting in the bushes trying to watch the house, see if she went in and talked to anybody
Yeah.
else.
No, you see a frazzled mother.
It's been a boring, hot, dry day.
Yeah, I'll just take a nap under a bush.
Nice. Okay. You got your hat there. You're kind of fan.
Once
Yeah.
they came back and I'm like, alright, they're keeping an eye on things. We'll just...
Nice. I really like Ava. I like the vibe that Ava's got. I appreciate her.
Unbothered.
Yes.
Too much like guns ablazing.
Bucking out bars and stuff. Yeah. All right. So you do some good work. You get some blisters on your hands. The 12-year-old though, he's really enthusiastic working with you guys. Asks if you're joining up with the cause. If you're fought any British. Do you? Just looking for war stories from you guys. When he finds out, depending on what you tell him, if you find out you're just like, hey, we're kind of boring.
Well, now that we've kind of
Young man, a few years
seen
old.
everything and we know that he's not here, we can be a little bit more open.
Yeah.
With what we say.
Okay.
I mean, are we going to spend the night here?
It's up to you.
Sitting down in the barn or something?
I think we gotta keep on looking for John.
Does
But
she
we
know
need-
the names of the people that they...
Oh yeah,
Could
like
she-
does she know any loyalist?
Yeah.
Around?
Yeah. How do you all want to swing that question?
I mean, I would just, if she's apolitical, the kids are, at least the 12-year-olds, into the cause.
Yeah.
If we're just sitting around eating, I was really this area in general, what are the feelings? Are there any other,
Yeah.
what are the neighboring families like?
Yeah. And she says we're kind of a mix. She said my husband ran with. He would go down to the tavern and talk with the Jones. Tom Jones. He would ride up to the tavern there. He talked about recruiting, but I told him absolutely not. He was going to do that. I was going to leave him. We're not signed up with any one cause. But he would talk with families that were sympathetic to Washington and Philadelphia, and then. But we've had some perfectly lovely neighbors who are really pro the crown. And
Which direction? Where would they be at?
oh, you're interested in that? Okay.
Well, like I said, we're trying to make up our mind here. We don't really know.
Yeah,
we feel
I can
about it,
understand
we
that.
don't
Well,
know
I mean, if you'll take a mother's approach to it, don't do anything that's going to get yourself killed. You break your mother's heart. But you have to make your own decision. She said, yes, there's actually the family down the road, the Craddocks. She said they're not open about it, but I know that they feel more inclined towards the British cause.
Okay. And would they be friendly to us?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're willing to give them a hand like you did me. They're a little bit better off than us, but not by much.
And
Absolutely.
were you friends with, could we say that we came from your place?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, please let them know that what you did for me here. I'm sure they'd be very open to you. You guys head out. Go wake up Ava. She's one of those. Ava, there's a fly that's just been kind of circling your head. It's trying to get up under and get into your nose. Okay, yeah. So you're right. You all head out towards the Craddock homestead.
Okay.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this would be like evening, right?
Yeah.
What's our time check?
Oh yeah. We've got 30 minutes, so we're gonna wrap this up real quick.
So do we want to head out in the evening?
Yeah. Just so we don't, if we do have a good lead,
Okay.
I don't want to
And I have a lamp, and I have some oil and stuff, so we can have like.
Okay.
You're trying to go to people's houses that day?
Well, if we're gonna still kind of be under the thing of like we're just young people traveling somewhere, we have some story, and we're just need a place to rest our head for the night. We'll repay them by doing some chores for them
Yeah.
in the morning.
That sounds solid.
Snoop around at night.
What are you gonna do, Ava?
Well, didn't we have a list of names?
We had a list of towns.
Folks, our camera glitched and rendered the next 5 minutes of video super blurry. So rather than subject you to that, I've put back in our portraits, and once we get through the 5 minutes, we'll get back to the more clear video footage. Just wanted to make you aware. Thanks for watching.
You come up, and on your horses. How's your approach?
I'm hanging back.
Hanging back.
You're gonna sleep in the woods.
Yeah, well, I don't need to sleep anymore.
I still go
nap.
No.
You
So-
stay up
She
all
can-
night.
like-
Wow, you're.
Okay, so the plan
Sure.
could be that we'll, if they allow us,
Mhm.
we'll snoop around like the buildings, and you can like keep watch on any action going on outside. That'll be the plan.
Okay. All right. That sounds solid. You come up. There's the sound of hoofs. Like your horses come up. A man, like the cabin door opens, and there's a man standing there. His hand's kind of off to one side. He says, "Hello there, travelers. What brings you through here?"
We're just two young chaps, traveling down to where should we
You go under ready.
well, we're in Reading. Oh,
You're outside of it.
Presumably we can get it now.
The Craddocks, they live outside of the
Okay.
town itself. But
So we know that these people are loyalists. So is there like a particular like loyalist stronghold town that we know of?
oh, that's a good point. I'm not sure about that.
'Cause that could be if we're trying to get them to like us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're heading down
That's
this
a
way.
good question. That I don't know.
Would it be
Sorry,
Maidenhead?
folks, watch home. I don't know. I'm not sure what.
Because we definitely don't want to say we're going to Trenton.
No.
Yeah.
You could just say that you're riding down to see family in Amwell or something like that, and
Yeah.
that you came down from Tewksbury and you're going down to Amwell.
Okay.
That would make
So
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're on our way to visit family. We just need a place to rest our head for the night, and we'll repay you by doing some.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check versus his insight. Just make sure you guys aren't goons.
It is 9.
Feels a little suspicious of you.
You want to roll?
Persuasion.
Or deception if you want, because you are lying.
Yeah, I have a +4 to deception. So.
Okay.
Just confirming that Maidenhead was loyalist.
Okay. All right.
Heading to me. 8.
+4, so 12.
Mhm.
Says,
We
that.
throw Maidenhead out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He tried. And he goes, oh okay. He says, well, if y'all are all right sleeping out in the barn,
That's fine.
absolutely. He says, well, come on in. Get yourself some dinner, and we can just. I want to get a look at you. You guys come in. He goes, oh, y'all are young.
Yes, we are. We are young men.
And nothing
In the
but.
world.
Out young men that's, trying to learn more about the situation that's going on, and heading down to our family, our big family of Maidenhead.
You got family down there. Okay, well, I good to know. What are your names? Oh yeah, you guys.
Fred.
Fred. Okay.
Mhm.
Fred.
And Barney.
Fred and Barney. Barney.
We're
Barnabas.
cousins.
That's interesting. I haven't heard
So I go by Barney.
Barney short for Barnabas and trusted. That's a new one to me. I don't know. Barnabas was a name, certainly, old biblical name. I don't know. Fred and Barney. All right. Well, young man, come in here. Have some dinner. Sit down with us. And you see, he's got a family. He's got, 3 kids. One of them's about your age. He seems closer to your age, or the age that you're pretending to be. And then the other ones are kind of staggered after that. And his wife is like super pregnant. She ladles you up food. It's like solid, basic kind of stuff. And you get to chit chatting. And how do you want to go about kind of investigating or like seeing if he knows about John?
Can we first do just like a perception check as we like kind of look around and maybe see?
Yeah, if there's anything there. I'll save you time without that. You don't see anything that looks like no extra pair of boots or something that would be suspicious.
Okay. Let's see. All right. What do you think we should do? Is there anything we should ask?
What should we mention that we came from Jennifer Neal's house, so they trust us more, or do we not want to do that?
Yeah.
He seems to trust us already.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he asks.
And
like.
since she's like neutral and her husband was
Right.
that might actually not be good for us.
Okay.
But we could mention that we're coming from.
What was 12? Yeah, you could say that you're up towards Clinton and Highbridge. Or do you want to ask hey, have you heard the news about it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, we're coming up from up north. We passed through Highbridge and we heard about this huge ruckus going on. That there was this big fight, this big to do. Have you heard anything about it?
I had heard something about that. Something about a bunch of patriots attacking a man and
Those
thieving
John
and robbing.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Up to no good.
I understand having differences of opinions, but when you allow it to harm good, hardworking people, it's just not right. A man has a right to his opinion, and his wife's like kind of rolling her eyes, but he's like, it's just, it's not right. The man be driven off of his land by a bunch of thugs. You understand what I'm saying? No, you're both a little young, and passions can really run high about independence and all that kind of tomfoolery, but, it's something to be said for just keeping your head down, working hard, paying your taxes.
Yep, that's what our family maidenhead said.
All right, he's gonna roll with disadvantage because he's hearing what he wants to hear. He got a 4. Yeah, he loves you guys. Thinks you're great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, y'all are going down to Maidenhead, huh?
Mhm.
You might be able to help me out with something.
What's that?
Well, let me go out to the barn. I got to take care of the animals. You all just stay here. I'll get the space ready for you. That's all right. I'll get a space ready for you.
Men, we could.
You just fed us. You're gonna give us a place to rest. Or anything you need help in the barn?
Yeah, I'll be back in just a minute. Tell you if I need help or not.
What does she say?
So he goes out. Hey, you see him go out towards the barn. You're not in the barn, right? You're just observing. You see him go in the barn. He's got a lantern. He's in there for a few minutes. Comes back out. Comes back to you guys. He says, got a spot ready out there for you. Before I take you out there, though, so can I understand that you lean more towards the loyalist cause here than the patriot?
Oh yeah.
Say that towards yourselves.
I think you've made a compelling argument.
I mean, if our family is the same.
Yeah, he's like, I know. Okay. Well, son, he says the other one, come on out to the barn with me. You guys too. Let's get you a spot. You can bump down. You guys go out there, and he says, you come out. Ava, you see them all go out to the barn. He's got the lantern up, and he says, all right, I got
I
something.
don't know what's going on though.
Sarah has no idea. She sees you go out in the barn. He looks at you and he looks at his son. He says, and the son's kind of standing back a bit. And he says, all right, I've got an important task for the two of you. He says, if you really care about protecting your neighbors, right and wrongs, just keeping your head down, doing the right thing. He said, "I've got a man that I need you to take down to Maidenhead. He's trying to get out. John Vought was attacked by a bunch of patriots, and we need to get him down there, keep him safe. But I trust you to help escort him down that way."
Okay. Can we meta for a second?
And of course,
Okay. So, do we say you and I? Because you and I know what's going on. You have no idea. Can we assume that like you kind of like run over to the barn to listen
to their
in?
conversation
Yeah.
when he went in by himself.
if
I
you
mean,
want
that's
to,
what I kind of
I feel like you
thought.
probably would. Yeah.
I would try to
Okay.
listen.
All right. So
So-
make me a stealth check, Sarah, as you're sneaking up to the barn.
Because I'm thinking you can say yes,
17.
Okay.
and if
You slip up. You give
if
us.
Ava doesn't show herself yet, we can take him and go, and then because if he doesn't recognize us,
Right.
or he's not going to know me,
No.
Yeah.
then we can go with this for quite a bit until
Yeah.
Get far enough away.
I agree.
Okay.
So I had a 17 for stealth.
Yep. You sneak up. You give us. You guys are all thinking.
Okay, so yep,
Put you down. So then he whistles.
okay,
He says, "John, got some young men I think can help you." He pulls himself out of a haystack, a pile of hay. And he looks at you guys and says, "What'd y'all say? Who are you?"
Bread.
Barney.
Barney. Family name?
That's really British sounding.
I'm concerned, gentlemen, that you can't give me your family name.
Smith.
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 Alright, Smith. He's gonna roll an insight check. John's feeling particularly nervous here, so he gets advantage on it. He didn't roll great. And he says, "Okay. Well, I mean, y'all seem young." And then the father says, "Well, I'm gonna send my boy with him too. You know he can take care of you. So we'll take you out in the morning."
I'm gonna kill him.
Yes, wow.
I'm gonna kill him with war story later. It's fine.
And he says, "4 of you will set out, send you out tomorrow morning. Just kind of stay to the back roads. You'll be all right.
Okay.
I trust you guys with that."
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. This man has faced a lot of persecution. He could use some help.
I'm gonna step outside to relieve myself so I can give you some rations for the other houses. You've been sitting there doing not
I
eating.
mean, I got
We've
drunk.
been fed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna go relieve myself, like load her up with some food
Okay.
and tell her everything that's
Okay.
what we're gonna do.
All right.
And then I'll come back in.
Sounds good. All right. Night passes. Y'all bunk down there. Sun goes back in there. John is like, he asks y'all some more questions. He kind of explains.
How long of a rest though could she be healed from her snake?
Yeah,
Yeah, you were fine. You were fine the night before. You got your health back. So night passes. You guys are sitting there. You have the ability. So y'all are camped out in the barn with John that night. Ava, you are out there. What do you guys want to do tonight?
You've got to lay low. So you
Yeah.
might recognize you.
Yeah, no, it's been a long day of traveling. So
Think we're
I'm
just-
just
and we
going
worked.
to go to
And we worked.
there was hard manual labor
Yeah.
done.
And we need
Okay.
to save our energy for tomorrow's long
Uh-huh.
trek. So I think it's
We just go to
perfectly
sleep.
fine to go to sleep.
Okay.
But like,
Maybe
I think we should take watches.
I mean, we could have discussed this.
Yeah.
I had the whole nap the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
You
my
watch
long
the
rest,
exterior,
so
but I
I'm
want to
good.
make sure that inside the barn,
Yeah.
he's not going to get up to anything.
Okay.
Like get too close and like look at us and then be like, oh, I know that person.
So yeah, I'll go to sleep first just so I can kind
Yeah.
of cover up myself.
Yeah.
more, and
Well,
you
it's so
wanna
that
take
that way.
first.
It's a good thought that you did that because in the middle of the night, John gets up and he goes and feeling a little sus about this individual here, a little suspicious. And he goes to kind of
But
like.
I'm wearing pants.
Pants face is so much
And he's like,
hides my face.
and he just like, I mean, you didn't get a solid look at your
It is
face because
dark.
you were in the tavern. You leapt out of nowhere and stabbed a man. You know, he didn't see a whole lot. But he's just kind of, you can see that he's kind of like turning on it. And he's thinking about it, and something doesn't really seem right to him. He goes to sneak out of the barn. You see John. You see this, Ava. You see this. You see John sneaking out of the barn.
Make conversation with him.
Maybe he's just. I'm gonna. Like, my goal of staying watch is just to make sure that, like, he doesn't look too close and start, like, trying to attack you in the middle of the night. He could be going out to relieve himself or something like that.
That's
So I'm gonna keep quiet so that I don't alert, because I don't know why he's leaving. Like, it could just be innocent, and I don't want to alarm him.
Sure.
So I'm gonna leave it to you. But maybe I do like an owl hoot.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So like you know that I'm awake and see it.
All right. So you hear this, and you see John
So
walking his way out of the barn.
watch him because he doesn't even know.
I mean, if I shoot, that's really bad.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's a good point. Okay. So
But what is he going out to do?
he runs off from the woods and tears out of there.
Runs out.
Yeah.
Just because he slightly recognized her.
No, he feels suspicious that there's two people who've just shown up in the night. So he goes tearing off into the woods. But Ava, you see him and he steps up on because he doesn't know about you, and he goes and then he books it. He doesn't even know. He's not necessarily suspicious of you guys, but he does not trust himself with two high schoolers going down the road. And so he goes. Ava, you see him go sprinting off.
Which direction?
South, it seems to be.
I mean, I got my pinning shot, and I do still have the short bow
You do.
from the kid.
Yeah, you do.
So I can try.
You want to?
To
You'll be at
pin it a
disadvantage
little
because it's
quieter.
dark.
Yeah.
But he won't hear you. Yeah, you could try a pin and shot.
I could have left her my lap.
Even then, it's because it has to do with like
I have my.
Also, she's hidden outside.
yeah.
What is my attack bonus for the short bow?
It's your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus. Your dexterity modifier plus the proficiency bonus. It's the same for your pistols.
And you still have your inspiration, right?
Oh,
so
you
you
do.
could reroll if needed.
So be a 15.
So a 15 flat because it's disadvantaged if you use the inspiration. It's both. All right, so it's a 15 total.
Yeah, 15 total.
Oh, that gets him. Okay, so he goes running, and you aim, and you nick it, and you stick it to a tree with
And
the.
he's pinned until we remove the arrow.
Okay. And so he's stuck there. He's about to holler. Do you want to do something? Because if he yells,
Am
he's
I
probably going to.
close?
How close? Where were you at when he was in the barn?
I kind of imagine I was up a little tree.
Okay.
And I want to like jump down and smack him on the head, but I don't know if I'm that close.
Okay. You're close enough that no, you could jump down the tree and dash over to him if you wanted to. And you're a rogue, so you can use your bonus action to dash. Yes. So you get to him as he's got this. He goes, "Wait a minute, I recognize this because you had pinned
My
him."
hand on his mouth.
You! He says, and then and you get him, and he's just like kind of like glaring at you, and he's struggling, trying to get out. And what do you want to do?
Another owl hoot.
Yeah.
He
Well,
would have been listening.
At this point we would have run out.
Yeah.
But also is the boy sleeping in the barn?
No, he was in the house.
But also, should we maybe leave it on a cliffhanger?
We could do that. I want to hear though what you guys want to do.
I would run out
Run out, but I'm gonna hang back still.
from the barn. Just,
Yeah.
So I
so
will,
not like right up, but I'll like kind of.
I'm
in
gonna
the
I'm
shadows.
gonna run up and run right to them.
Okay.
We need the rope.
Yeah, I could pass you some rope.
Okay.
As we're running over.
Okay. All right. So you guys run. So we'll end it. This final scene. You've got your mouth clamped over him. You let out the owl hoot. These two women descend upon him with ropes, and John Vought is looking frustrated and perturbed that he has been caught by these women who are quickly becoming his nemesis, I think, in New Jersey. All right, we'll end it there, folks. We'll pick back up on the 14th and figure out what happens. What is the fate of John Vought and New Jersey, Hunterdon County as a whole? Thank you.
Join us next time as we continue the adventure of John Vought. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.